Strip. And we always had this bit of folklore in the village in Costock, which was if you were swimming in the river, if you were rowing on the river, you were still in Cornwall, because the boundary was down the far bank. Yes. Lo and blinking behold, as I grow up and get big and hairy, I discover Athelstan, the charter from 936, decreeing that that was absolutely the case, and since then enshrined in duchy legislation. That river had to belong to we. And the members of Parliament from across the political spectrum who have the courage of our convictions and to keep Cornwall whole. And we are going to keep campaigning and keep protesting until we get what we want. And this will not let up until we are successful.
Rewl Rerusenni go Heles Politigeth Hagen Orbenek Politigeth Party. Itho Nebes Marthes a Hamio Clere Hagen Savlan ni a draw and Matamadan or said Igor de Borthia. The purpose of Gorseth Colonel is to maintain and develop the Celtic spirit and the Cornish language and culture in Cornwall. For that purpose to succeed, we need also to keep our members together. And although our discussions are always lively, we have made it a rule to avoid politics, and especially party politics. So there was some surprise when I made our position clear on this issue at the St. Ives Dorset. Well said. Ilavarans agan eskerens ni the vos tus luna gas a venim urbin estrenium. In our benek and hunia de was lanarol deur Tamar ha gan kasker ma de vos meves gan Zongrulanso and Parna. You in Gwilioneth and Koth, Igan Hengov ni, Hagen Hengov and Keltian all. Gesop mi the liberal actor, Ninzus levit Igan Bres ni, Ractibianzo Celes war ach, war woes, o Flos and Parna. Ithon Ractir, ha Tamas, ha Kerens and Vir. Ima reverence gen en ni like gonis ageth Tosaro, and ninzus govinado the worth in saw and Keith reverence like an gonis ageth hag honensis ni. Na moi, na le. Some among our opponents say that we are a people full of hate and poison for foreigners, especially for those across the river, and that this campaign is motivated by these feelings, which are in fact totally alien to our tradition and to the tradition of all the Celts. Let me repeat this. There is no place in our thinking or in our movement for ideas based on race or blood or nonsense like that. We are for the equality of all peoples. We are for our land, our language, our family and friendship. We respect the culture of others and we ask only for the same respect for ours. No more, no less. Here both Epskop Bill, Nancy Neves Blithen, I give no if any so, and Neves Kabiscus, Ganzagan Kestri Plewek, Okovina, Pandra Eu Kerno. Il Forthibus Nebun Tannen Splan, Kerno, you western lower Tamar. In Sur, in Gwilioneth, you western Lan East, the Dower Tamar. Well, Henyu and Mater Aruga Gandri Omahedio. Ima Aganum Bosvani, Hagan Onensisni, Inun Golman in Tien Ganzagan Bro Geir Biher. Hag Henyu Cluis, Hagon Veles, and they were Marcus Yo, Bisa Mineral Point, at the North Wade Bridge, the Wirral, Wallaroo. Iman Epscot Maz Orthi Convedes in Lemon. Abel Bartha Noseth with the Squedias, Ilauda the Gernal, the Binagravith Ilau Dorian Erel. I remember Bishop Bill several years ago when he was new to his job, puzzled by what seemed to him to be parochial rivalries amongst us, asking, what is Cornwall? And some bright spark answering, Cornwall is west of the Tamar. Of course, he should have said west of the east bank of the Tamar. Well, that is precisely the issue that has brought us here today. Our identity is tied up completely in our little land, and this is felt and understood all over the world. From Marazion to Mineral Point, from Wade Bridge to the Wirral or Wallaroo. The good bishop understands it well himself now. As a bard of the Gorset, he has demonstrated his loyalty to Cornwall, whatever his other loyalties might be. Ni agrees, vos tibians etholans deves ezal seneth, rag representia keminieth gwir, hag antus wir adrig, hag oberi inno. Nimsio purpos etholans so asai niverec, designius rag erbizig arcans. Tibians o gramek kehavelder, misrag surhe, vos a swanes voth and weren. De haraf vi dadel and materma heviu in Koran drefeni vos het disputians oma in kerno. Hanivern kilva nebonen. De ma dout dim mar pe once meer in mist pobl downlands rag and drill vana. O miris uthantellian sad poblans kerno, caras you gweles Prague champions vith, o brederis de gabos edom raglo, haraga chesan vith. We believe that the idea of elections is to choose a member of parliament to represent a real community and the real people who live and work in it. The purpose of elections is not only a numerical exercise designed to save money, it's not a mathematical concept of equality, but to ensure that the will of the people is recognized. I can speak on this issue today precisely because there is absolutely no controversy about it at all in Cornwall, whatever the background of people. I doubt whether there is a great desire among people of Devon for this change either. Looking at the numbers and steady growth of population in Cornwall, it's hard to see why any change was thought necessary at all. Harvester Cameron, Nagyu, Ninzu and Avana and Amazon, Tamar you, Ragon ni henyu antille the bilag and bra ger ni, arak kasbetja orti hentrevek. Insert immobius and ordira dermen the dermen, mes so onen potu iniseth onen potu vildir, war tulan and avan efa beds and sad at resmoyas milveven. Igan hengovni, kerna you eritage da verb, nada itis sever. Tevisik os lemon italis da skora da zaklo flechi. Mr. Cameron, it isn't the Amazon, yes, it is the Tamar. For us, it's the place where our country meets its neighbour. Yes, the border has changed before, but with the exception of the odd enclave of 1 or 2 miles on either side of the river, it has remained absolutely constant for over 1,000 years. In our tradition, Cornwall is the birthright of your daughter. Do not undermine it. You're grown up now, it's time to put away your childish things. Mirean leveris kins, godros ima omma dagen lunder tiredel, agen virionath naran profions kets governance ma traveth rak prefe gwerinet. Rebia tor tema agen ordir adresmoi as milbriven. Odir gen as a bethekil, agodir yethekil, deur tamar you agen ordir kenevek. I've said it before, this is a threat to our territorial integrity. In truth, this proposal of the coalition will do nothing to strengthen democracy. The Tamar has been our border for over 1,000 years. It is a cultural border, it is a linguistic border, it is our national border. Na rug tava agan ordir, gezo kerna de vos kerno bis veke.